Hello dear magicians and sorcerers of finance. My name is Dmitry Bonder and I hope you're doing well. And today we're reacting to Andrei Jikh, the god of YouTube magic and personal finance. And we are revealing his 3.5 million investment portfolio. And I'm sure we deserve to know the truth and to know how calm and passive dividend investor became a pretty aggressive crypto Pokemon investor. And what is his investment strategy, risk tolerance, and what we can learn from his style of investing. And is there any real magic behind Andrei's millions? Keep watching. If you haven't watched Andrei's full video revealing all my investment in 32, I will save you 20 minutes of your life and make a summary. His portfolio is worth about $3.5 million.
It's hard being a millionaire sometimes.
About 21% of his portfolio is formed by stocks, 27% by crypto, 21% by real estate, and 42% in cash. In the case of stocks, he regularly invests through Robinhood, Webull, and Finance. In the case of cryptocurrency, Andrei buys crypto using Blockfi, Binance, and Coinbase Pro. Mostly he holds Bitcoins, Ethereum, a huge chunk of OMI Tokens, and a very small portion of ADA Cardano. Although this year, probably under the influence of his friends Graham, Stepan Meet Kevin, he made his first significant investment in real estate and bought his main residence.
Come on in, welcome to MTV Cribs.
Andrei also has a tiny portion of REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, through Fundraise. His cash position is very significant in his total portfolio because in 2020 his income was enormous and his tax bracket is about 30-35%, and it means that Uncle Sam is waiting for his tax money at the end of the year.
Oh, and if the IRS is watching this thing, I'm gonna write off because YouTube's my business and I can write it off, right?
In general, that's a summary of his portfolio, but more exciting details reveal when we dig deeper into every asset class. His first asset class is stocks. Those who knew Andrei Jikh and watched his videos starting from 2018 remember him as a dividend income investor. And like David Copperfield built his magic empire and popularity, Andrei built his magic of finance with the help of dividend stocks. He started his dividend investing journey in 2014. And at this moment, in 2021, his Robinhood dividend stocks portfolio reached $368,000. That's impressive. And you know why? It's remarkable because an average 32-year-old American has about $27,000 on their bank saving account. And this fact is even more superb if we know that with every share of dividend stock he owns, he is paid a portion of the company's earnings. He gets paid dividends every single month without having to sell a single stock of this. And if tomorrow this crashes 50% and it's worth half as much, let's say $175,000, well, Andrei Jikh still get paid those dividends. At this moment, his dividend portfolio consists of more than 100 dividend stocks. It has incredible diversification, with some focus on energy, healthcare, real estate, and consumer staple sectors. But generally, everything looks very well balanced. Andrei Jikh's dividend income grew up every year, and in 2021 it became about $7,700 per year, or about $700 every month. With the $700 every month, Andrei can buy a new dog every month, or have a dinner in a fancy restaurant with his girlfriend Corey every month.
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Corey?
Mr. Freddy, I'm ready.
Or have a new Pokemon cards. I think it's pretty obvious and easy choice for Andrei.
Nah, bought some Pokemon packs.
To finish with an explanation of these dividend stocks, I should mention that Andrei Jikh is smart enough to enable one cool feature, DRIP. DRIP is a dividend reinvestment plan. It's a program that allows investors to reinvest their cash dividends into additional shares or fractional shares of the underlying stock on the dividend payment date. Smart move, Andrei, smart move. Harry Potter would be proud of you. Another pretty small part of Andrei's stock portfolio, about 6% from total, consists primarily from small caps companies and ETF respectively. These stocks he keeps on Webull and M1 Finance. And I think that he didn't buy all these stocks. Likely, he got a referral from Webull and M1 Finance. but it's just my guess. It seems like his investment style in stocks at the beginning of his investment career was very safe. Dividend stocks and VTI ETF are the safest option for conservative investors who don't want volatility and high risk. So we're almost done now with his stock portfolio, and maybe I wish I could finish this video. But one day something went wrong, and our calm financial minimalist passive income investor Andrei Jikh quit and became rich, aggressive crypto Pokemon investor. And that's where his crypto portfolio went to the moon and the crypto story begins. His second class of asset in his 3.5 million investment portfolio is a cryptocurrency. He built an impressive 922,000 crypto portfolio almost in 1 year. And compared to stocks, it's now 2.5x of his stock portfolio. He's heavily invested in a Bitcoin, 57% of his portfolio, and Ethereum, 22%. But the biggest surprise for me and a sign of his high risk tolerance is his investments in OMI coins and Cardano, not the most popular alternative cryptos. He has an impressive stake, about $155,000 invested in OMI coins. That looks very bullish.
I did fine. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that, you know?
Maybe in coming future, his remarkable collection of Pokemon cards and NFTs will be a new investment class in his portfolio, and that's why he purchased a whopping amount of 60 million of OMI tokens.
Or maybe Andrei knows something that we don't know.
He buys his cryptos through Coinbase and Binance and Blockfi, but keeps the biggest chunk, 9 bitcoins and 90 Ethereum, on a Blockfi. Blockfi pays you interest on every $1 you keep in the account. By the way, I have a link in the description and you can get up to $250 in a digital currency if you follow my link. So as the result of using Blockfi, Andrew received about $14,000 just keeping his cryptos on Blockfi. That's the dream for every passive income crypto investor, right? Another feature worth mentioning is that he keeps about 6% of the total crypto amount in cash on Coinbase Pro. My guess is that he buys Bitcoin and Ethereum regularly every day, about $500 to have a better average price on a long-term horizon. Good strategy, by the way, because the Bitcoin and Ethereum price is moving every day and it's almost impossible to buy deep. You never know when it's deep enough. And of course, if you want to be a long-term investor in crypto, you have to buy and hold. Buy and hold. And you have to buy very good sedative pills to keep you stay in a good mood every time when the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum fluctuates.
You are a pill, I swallow it. Take me away to Neverland.
So to make a long story short, crypto investing is not a type of investment like a real estate, for example, when you can be sure that the trend is up high. And that is the moment where we came closer to the third type of asset in Andrei Jikh's portfolio, real estate. Real estate is a new type of investment for Andrei's portfolio. He just jumped onto this train in 2021 when he purchased his new house in Las Vegas. I will not be surprised if Andrei Jikh and Graham Stephan live across the street and visit each other and ask how to make a cool catchy title for the video or a new thumbnail or just to have a cold iced coffee.
You know, people call you Las Vegas Graham.
But now you're coming here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So now we got 2 Las Vegas Grahams.
So at this moment, his real estate portfolio is limited to 21% of total, but I guess we can see a significant increase in the next few years. What else caught my attention was that his portion of the money invested through a real estate crowdfunding platform's Fundraise is very limited, only 28,000 or 4% from his total real estate platform. Fundraise can give Andrew a less risky, well-balanced, diversified portfolio of real estate assets all over the US. But who cares about diversification when your crypto is going up and up so fast? At least Andrew can sell some Bitcoin and pay for Meet Kevin's real estate course and learn from him how to invest in real estate. But what Andrei Jikh cannot buy from his friend Meet Kevin is saving on taxes or not paying taxes. There is no such course in the Meet Kevin's course list. You have paid a lot if you are a young, single, child-free, rich YouTuber with an income of about 5-6 million per year. That's why his cash position in his portfolio is huge, about $1 million. Oh Jesus, how many new Pokemon cards Andrew could buy? Stormfront Charizard or Aquapolis Lugia or 1997 Trophy Pikachu training card? But he needs to pay taxes. Okay, how save this portfolio and who is this portfolio for? Well, I'm not a financial advisor. Andrei Jikh didn't ask me what to do with his money, but my humble opinion is that this portfolio is very aggressive and doesn't fit an average investor. In case his crypto, Bitcoin or Ethereum drops 50%, his total portfolio shrinks by 18, maybe 20% at least. That could be a big one-moment drop. An aggressive strategy is requiring investors to have a higher risk tolerance and potentially a longer time horizon. But if you're willing to take on additional risk to potentially receive a higher payoff, you may consider an aggressive investment strategy. Temporary declines in stock prices will not hurt you as much because you have years to recoup any losses. So if your stomach can handle the volatility of stock prices, now's the time to invest aggressively. This type of portfolio works very well for aggressive investors when you have a significant, stable and predictable source of income. In Andrei Jikh's case, it's about 100,000 every month from YouTube. Even in a case of market crash or crypto crash, I'm sure he will be fine. Why? Because he had the courage to start the channel, courage to leave his job. Because he's a charismatic, engaging, hardworking personal finance YouTuber that we love so much. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and peace out!